Alright, today I'm going to make a quick little video on basically turning your leftover driver pins into security pins. You know, a lot of people have like a lot of these left over. And with the newcomers into the lock sport community, they're pretty much wanting to learn how to do this. Basically, be straight up with you, not to sugarcoat it, but to do it is to do it, you know. I like using this to start off my little small thin serrations. Sometimes I use one of these saw blades. The good deep serrations, big ones, the jigsaw blade. Best to get the metal and not the wood. Of course, you know, different types of needle files. You got this, the round. Let's see if I can find one of the ones where, oh yeah, of course, that, the triangle, the square. You basically just mess around with it, you know. You're going to mess up, and it's just going to happen. You know, I've messed up with some pins. I've got some that I could actually kind of show you didn't turn out the way how I wanted them to turn out. Find tweezers. Here we go. Say, for instance, okay, this right here, this pin, yeah, it's rattlesnake. It moves, but it don't have, does it do exactly what I want it to do with enough of movement? This one here is close, but I'll probably throw these in a challenge lot and call it scraps. But yeah, you know, it takes time to get to like kind of master them and everything, you know, and get the hang of them, but you're still going to mess up. Key thing though, when you use like my mini lathe here, or for mini lathe in general, is make sure your pin doesn't wobble so you get good even cuts and shapes for the profile of your driver pin. It's about to get a little loud. I'll show you what I'll like start out and how I use these little things here. I've got some from EOC. I need to, no, EAC, excuse me. Yeah, and Polar Bear to actually try out, but I think in size comparison from some of the ones that were sent, I think these are a little bit smaller in diameter, but I'm not messed up with it because I will use them, and good Lord, I got plenty of them. And I think EAC, Evil Orange Conservative, as well as Polar Bear, both a whole lot for that. And I got to make a trip down to Sweet Creek Farms to get them some interesting things when I get their package completely put together. But if I can get this to stay in focus, maybe we'll go for it. And as you can see, the pin is not really wobbling, so that means I'm going to get a good even cut all the way around. about this right here, and I'll take it out of the stand and get you a little bit closer up on what we have going here. If I can find, there we go. And by turning that blade, it's got a little bit of a trampoline pin type shape to it, and I might reduce the lip up here a little bit to where it's a smaller diameter than the rest of it, and of course take the 800 grit and 2000 grit to it to clean it up. And I wished I could keep it to where you could see better, as well as I could see better through the magnifying glass. But as you can see, when I get down here with it, it pretty much kind of gets in the way. And I gotta clean the lens too, so excuse that part. Back in, and let's see if I can get this situated where I see a little bit better on my end, and that is in your way. Let's see, that's the issue I have with this. Yeah, it looks like that would kind of work. So here's some 2000 grit. Here's some 800. I'm gonna hit with the 800 real quick. Look at that. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Alright. Zoom in a little bit more for you if it'll stay focused. I think that's about as much as it's going to get. Take it out, see if the picture quality gets a little bit better. No, that's about it. Okay. Now, I'm going to take, let's see, I think I'll use this one. This one right here. Go in here and give me a little bit more depth here. I'll leave that one fine right there, and I will put a small little micro serration here, and I'll use that to shape it down, and I'll show you what I come up with. A good thing about making your pens, you know, you can go different routes. Like I said, you can use these different types of needle files, different angles to achieve different profiles that you want for these things. You can shape them out where you can have them rounded like a little round ball here or at the end or whatever. It's all on what your imagination and your tools pretty much let you do. All right. See right here, I got that real small micro serration, and I'm going to bring that down to where the diameter of this lip goes down. And if I do it just right, there'll be a little bit of a groove left from this. So if I have an undercut in the chamber of the plug, it'll catch there once it gets past the bigger part, giving them, you know, another little hang-up point. That's what the intention and the idea is here. I just make it up as I go, you know. Basically, I look at it, then I figure out what I want to do with it. this down where we can get a good close-up of it where you can kind of see. And that is the shape I come up with. Now if I really do it just right, depending, let me look. That's close. So you know what? Let's change up this profile a little bit more. This pen a little bit more weirdness if possible. All right, now let's see. Try to get this all lined up. Where is my cleaning cloth for my lens? I'm so ill prepared for this, but you know, it's all right. We're gonna try to make this work. Smear it with some oil from my fingers. Trying to make it look a little bit better. Yeah, it does look kind of better. All right. And that right there will fit in that groove. Let's see what kind of grooviness we can do. Actually a little bit more of a groove right there. And I think that's pretty much a good stopping point with this. So for the ones that do try to, you know, use your excessive amount of driver pins that you collect from locks, and you don't want to go buying a whole bunch of rod and cutting it down, which I've got a lot of that stuff. And this is a good way to save you a little extra money, you know. Let's go ahead and do a little bit more cleaning up with it and take it out. So what we got here? Probably it's got a little bit of a catch right there. Not too much, but she'll catch. And some good countermilling undercutting. Now, the only problem is if I try to go this way, I might have to change actually tips, put more on that. But depending on how far it drops in the chamber, that's if this right here is still in the bobble part, then you've got enough in there to cause somebody some problems. But that's pretty much about it, you know, on this. It's actually quite simple. Just get you the right tools, a little bit of patience. You know, you're gonna make mistakes, or as Rick Ross would say, happy little accidents. Now, as a reminder, you probably don't want to go no more than half a millimeter at the narrowest point, because especially with brass, you know, it's a softer metal, it will bend. That's one thing you got to keep out with. Now, like your stainless steel, that's a little bit different story. But I hope this helps out and pretty much inspires newcomers to the lock sport community that really want to make Learn to start making challenge locks. I hope this helps. Anyways, you'll take care, stay safe, stay well, stay legal, try to stay sane.